In this video, I just want to show you where you would have located the information for Project 4. So starting with your particular disorder that you've chosen, the gene has already been identified. So you've identified that gene as PCCA. So I'm going to take that symbol, PCCA, and I'm going to enter it in the search bar here for Genbank. You can see the web address up here at the top, and I'm going to specifically select from the drop down over here that I want to be looking at genes. So I put PCCA in there, and then I'm going to search for that particular gene. And when it comes up, you can see that right here at the top, it has identified this gene or located this gene. It is in humans, so this is exactly what I'm looking for, and I'm going to click on that. All right, so once we click on that, I'm just waiting for that to open. Once it's open, you can see some of the information you would have needed right here. We've got the official symbol, which is the PCCA. We've got the official full name of it, okay, which is located here. And now, if I want to figure out the actual sequence of the CDS, I'm going to look over here on the side and I'm going to click on the related sequences. So this related sequence information is located further down the page, but it's a lot easier to get to it if you just click that link right there. And I'm going to select an mRNA sequence. I'm actually going to pick the very first mRNA sequence. Actually, I'll pick the second one because the first one doesn't list a protein over here. So if I pick the second mRNA sequence and I click on that, then the Genbank page for that mRNA sequence is going to open up. And if you needed the total length of the mRNA, that would be located up here at the top. This would also have the accession number for that as well, if you wanted to locate that there, if you needed to report that. And if I scroll on down the page, you can see that there is a link here for the CDS. So CDS is the coding sequence. The mRNA sequence is actually going to be longer than the actual coding sequence because there is information on the 5' and the 3' ends, which are untranslated. So the coding sequence is only going to contain the codons for this gene. We can see here that it does run from number 39 to 2,225. If I want the actual sequence of it, I can just click on CDS, and you can see that actually here's the sequence. Sorry about that. That's giving me an amino acid sequence. So when I click on CDS, it's going to highlight the actual coding sequence in the mRNA. So again, we said it's only part of the mRNA. It's the majority of it, but only the highlighted part would be the coding sequence. Okay, so you could just take this and you could select and copy and paste that into your project. Notice that the coding sequence is nucleotides, so that's going to be A, T, C's, and G's. Those are the types of letters that we're looking for in there. Now, if we want to get information about the protein, the easiest thing to do is to click on the protein ID here. The protein ID will then open up. So here's the protein ID, or the protein itself, and we can see the length of it up here at the top, 728 amino acids. Again, you've got an accession number here if you need the Genbank accession number. And if we scroll on down the page, at the very bottom, you can see the actual sequence of amino acids. And notice that this is not A, T, C's, and G's. This is going to have the 20 amino acid, the one-letter codes for those. So we've got a variety of letters inside here. So the sequences for the coding sequence, which is nucleotides, versus the actual letters that you're going to see in the amino acid sequence, they're going to be quite different from each other. So to report the amino acid sequence, you would just take and highlight, copy, and paste this into the project.